welcome back to my channel. My name's Samantha, I'm 52, I work full time, today's a day off, lovely. Well, not lovely, I've got the dentist later, having a tooth out. Anyway, so my channel is basically, it consists of me talking about how to do the keto diet, how I lost 64 pounds and how I keep it off. I do fashion hauls, lots of charity shop hauls, I wear vintage clothes, quite quirky style, which I really love doing. I like putting clothes together. My favourite beauty items that I'm using, beauty products, skin products. I'm going through menopause, so you're going on my menopause journey. So I'm going to go into that later. And how to eat, how to keep fit, and how to stay well during menopause. So today I'm just going to tell you how I'm doing keto diet at the moment. I've been away. I've had a few weeks of where I didn't eat very well, and I could feel that I'd put on a bit of weight around the middle, especially on my tummy. I was really bloated, really uncomfortable. I didn't like the way I looked in clothes particularly. You know, I never like the way I look, by the way. I'm always criticising myself, aren't I? You know, everybody does. Everyone else says, oh, you look great. And you're like, oh, yeah, but I could. Oh, stop it. Right. How I do the keto diet. Well, on Monday, I went straight into strict keto after being away. That fringe is going to annoy me. After being away for the weekend and not eating very well. So I've been eating between 1,000 and 1,200 calories, maybe less. It doesn't worry me. I don't care about low calorie. I'm not going to starve. I'm not going into starvation mode because I'm eating very nutritional food. If you're eating low calorie and having absolutely no nutrition in your food, then you're not going to be very well. My food is full of nutrition. So this morning, I'll show you my breakfast. Just going to show you my breakfast for today. That's scrambled egg. I make that with 2 eggs and a drop of double cream, half an avocado, and a couple of, about 3 slices of bacon. The bacon's from the market. There's a butcher there and you can get really good quality bacon, nice and thick. I don't like supermarket bacon. On the avocado and eggs, I've got a little bit of sriracha sauce. It has got carbs in it, but per 100 ml, I think is sort of like 10 carbs. So just keep an eye out. I love this. And then I'm going to close up and you can see on the avocado, got a mixture of seeds. That's Nigella seeds and sesame seeds. I've also got some pink Himalayan salt in there and garlic granules. Very nice. Just peps it right up. I toasted the seeds, by the way, before I made the mixture. So I ate my first meal today around 10:15. I don't like to have an early breakfast. Don't like to start. I like to fast for at least 16 hours. So I finished my last meal about 6 p.m. because I get up very early and I don't eat again until about 10, 11, maybe 12 o'clock the next day, and I generally have 2 meals. Don't worry about that when you first start off. Have your breakfast, your dinner and tea. Have snacks if you want. But as you get further into doing a low carb diet, you'll realise you don't need to snack because your insulin is very stable. Your blood sugar is stable, sorry. That's really annoying. And you'll fill up on fat and protein and the good carbs. So you saw my breakfast today. That's quite a normal meal. I can have that for breakfast, dinner or tea. Sometimes I will have nuts for breakfast. Sometimes I will have Alpro soy coconut yogurt, which is very low carb. It is low fat as well. And then I add things like nut butters, peanut or almond, nuts, seeds, fruits, maybe a little bit of extra cream. And lots of different seeds. Yeah, that's really nice. So how I do the keto diet. So the main rule of going on to keto, low carb, is you keep your carbs low. Get rid of them. Right, I'm going to tell you what you can't eat. What you won't want to eat. Potatoes, rice, pasta, pastry, flour, potato, rice, pasta. Yeah, anything like that that's that beige colour, the beige food we stay away from. So no biscuits, no sweets, no cake. I do make cakes and I will really try and do a recipe. I did one the other day for my nachos and it completely failed. All I was doing was recording my boobs for some strange reason. So it was, you saw this part of me. Then when I was recording how to make guacamole, completely turned it off and then recorded me just stuffing my face with spare cheese that was on the side. Well, that wasn't attractive, was it? But I will put in the picture of my my nachos now. Gosh, I hope that worked. If not, it will be at the end. I'm still learning how to edit. So back at what we can have to eat, what we can have to eat. So you've got rid of all the carbs. That's your crisps, your sweets, your cakes, all your beige foods. That's your pasta, your rice, your potatoes, any pastries, donuts. No, get everything that you shouldn't eat when you're trying to lose fat and inches. This is a fat loss diet. Okay, so you're losing fat, you're using fat on your body for energy rather than using sugar for energy or glucose. What you can eat meat, you can eat fish, you can eat shellfish, you can eat eggs, you can eat veg, you can eat fruit. When someone says you can't, oh, is that where you just eat butter? No, you can eat butter if you want, but it's quite balanced. The only thing you're not putting on there is a potato, chips, pasta or rice. So, just take that out of the way. You don't have to have that to live. You don't have to have those type of carbs to survive. Your body it's not an essential nutrient. Your essential nutrients are your proteins and your fats, your lipids, all your omega-3s, your fatty acids, all that sort of thing. And that's what you find in your meat, in your fats, in your eggs, and in your vegetables and some fruit. Not very many in vegetables. You do have to eat a hell of a lot to get the same amount as you would if you ate a really good piece of meat or eggs, maybe in some nuts and seeds. So add everything, if you are a vegetarian, you can still do this. Most vegetarians I know will eat eggs and dairy. So there you go. If you're vegan, you look for yourself because I don't know. But there are some days where I don't eat any meat at all. Even fish. I'll just eat maybe dairy and veggies and fruit and nuts. So you can do it. You make your nut roast. Easy. You can do it. So you've got all your meats. Don't eat sausages, cheap sausages. No, you stay away from that. Anything in a package will have on the back how many carbs per 100 grams. Okay. So, or per 2 sausages. If you've got per 2 sausages and it says 10 grams of carbs, you know that that's going to be full of like breadcrumbs, wheat rusk, sugar, all those additives. If it's maybe 2 or 3 grams of carbs per 2 sausages or per 200 grams, then it's not going to have too much. It might have an odd bit of spice or the tiniest bit of dextrose, nothing that will actually affect you too badly or at all really. So you've got your 95% sausages. If you're bought beef burgers, again, look on the back, make your own. I've got a burger press, a little handheld burger press, brilliant, really good. And then you've got a nice flat burger. I hate it when you cook a burger and it goes into a big fat meatball. No, don't like that. I like them flat. So fatty pieces of meat. You can eat all of the meats. You can eat lean meat if you want, but you can eat belly pork, pork chops, lamb chops, all the roasts, skin on chicken, beef, lovely piece of rib of beef with all the fat on, beautiful natural fats. You can have dairy. So that is, you can have cream, double cream. The higher the fat content, the lower the carb. So you can have full fat cream, full fat yogurt, plain. Keep an eye on yogurt. Let's go back. We'll come back to that. Cream, cheese, full fat, butter, full fat. No spreads. Spreads are full of vegetable oil. A block of butter. Block butter. Stick with your block butter. Some people like to have grass-fed butter. I think we're in England, in the UK, our dairy is generally, a lot of it is grass-fed if you've got good quality. Some people stick to Kerrygold. I just see what's on the cheapest at the supermarket. In fact, I really like the I think you saw the Aldi's own, I think it's Aldi, Lidl, they do a West Country butter with sea salt in. That's really nice, and it's not too expensive from Lidl's. So you've got your butter, all your cheeses, all your cheeses. Check out the carb count. I think I had some Iberico cheese the other day and it had a little bit of a higher count. So as I say, it's all on there. Your cream, packaged meats. I'm going through the supermarket within my mind. You've got your packaged meat, so you can eat ham, you can eat salami, you can eat pepperoni, you can eat chorizo. Chorizo, we eat such a lot. It's in, you know, it really spices up some scrambled eggs. Cook it with mushrooms and peppers as just an accompaniment. Lovely. Keep an eye on that. As I say, some are higher than others. It's not something I eat all the time either. Let's go to veggies. You can have all of the veggies, green leafy veg, so good for you, full of nutrition and antioxidants. I'm doing a lot of research, and actually you don't need that much veg, I think, as you think you do. But I do. I mean, some people just eat about, you know, a spag bol and some garlic bread, and that's their veg. The tomatoes in there. So you'll see on my breakfast this morning, I had half an avocado. So you know, that's a good oil, a good fat source, and it's a good veg source. So here we are. You've got all your lettuces. Count the carbs. Just look at it per 100 grams. Always look. Try and get a UK one, because we have our fibre from all of our foods deducted already on the food label, and possibly online. In the US, because a lot of US will come up, they're a bit more forward with keto than we are. You have to deduct your own fibre. It will say, and on ours it will say carbohydrates, and then underneath it will say of sugars. Ignore that. Just read what the carbohydrates say. Okay. So you've got your greens. Gosh, all the greens, of course, brilliant. Just, you can have as many of those as you want, really. You know, a good couple of handfuls of lettuce. So you've got your cabbage, sprouts. Sprouts, be careful. They seem to be higher in carbs. So just like I say, have a look. But they're so full of fibre, you'll probably be okay. Broccoli, cauliflower. So this is where your carbs come in. This is where you are adding your carbs to your meal, and that will be with green vegetables. So Mediterranean vegetables such as aubergine, courgette, they're all very good. Your mushrooms, very low. Then you move on to onions and tomatoes, they're a bit higher. Your peppers, also higher, but you weigh everything. Get a little digital scale and you weigh what you want. Really, you know, if you're just making it for you, you really won't eat as much. You know, when you're making a big meal for everybody, you put so much in. If you're just making it for you or a partner, I mean, I managed to do this with 3 children and a vegetarian partner. So, or excess, yeah. So, and my husband now, he doesn't do it. He does sometimes, actually. If he wants to lose weight, he does it and he manages. But he likes his cakes and his pork pies and stuff, doesn't he? So there we are. That's your basics. Fruit, veg. This is what I eat. Also, I eat olives, maybe 6 or 7 olives if I'm eating that per day. I'm just giving you the basics. You know, you look online, it's easier. I can go more into depth if you like. So, and then you've got, so we've done the fats, we've done the dairy, we've done the veg, we've done the fish, we've done the meat. Check your shellfish, so all fish obviously. Check your shellfish. So I think maybe mussels or oysters might be slightly higher, so make sure you just check it. You can still have it. Just as long as it's not breadcrumbed or you know, don't have it in breadcrumbs or in batter or anything like that. Oh, celeriac, that's a really good veg. A root vegetable that actually you can have, and you can make a really nice dauphinoise. You can make chips. You can make little roast potatoes. You can make mash out of it. It's an acquired taste, I think. It's like a cross between a parsnip and celery, so it's quite nice, you know. Parsnips you can't have, unfortunately, nor carrots. But wait, just go for the really low carb to get you into it. When you're first starting, don't bake anything. Don't have loads of sweeteners. Don't make loads of keto breads or keto cakes. You can do, and I do, and I will show you how I make them. But let's get, first of all, basics. Let's get your basics. Some people don't ever eat nuts or don't ever eat sweeteners. The only thing I will eat, just say I'm like, oh God, this is really difficult. I'm so used to eating sweet stuff. Low carb jellies, sugar-free jellies. Have one of those with a bit of cream and you're sorted. So that's something I regularly eat. Not regularly, that's a bit silly really, I don't. And get your 85% chocolate. If you are a chocolateholic like me, 85% chocolate, and then you can have a couple of bits of those, which is about 2 grams of carbs and 100 calories, and that's your pudding. So you still get it. And actually, if you break it up into tiny little bits, you can have a little bit at a time. I'm a chocoholic, you know, that's it. My name's Samantha and I'm a chocoholic. Okay. So yeah, those chocolates are really nice. Now I'm into 10 minutes. I just want to show you a really good book to buy. It's called End Your Carb Confusion by Dr. Eric Westerman. And this is the book you need. Keto Fast, Keto 800. This is what I've been doing. So generally, like I say, I've been between 800 and 1,000 calories-ish. Maybe, I think I did 1,100 calories yesterday. I was at work, I was rushing about, and I had a very low carb day. I think I had 1,100 calories. So that's Michael Mosley. He did the 5-2 diet. Now he's doing the fasting, and now the fast 800, now the fast 800 keto. So if you really want to swiftly get off those pounds, that fat, those inches, this is really good as well. The books that started my low carb diet off back in about 2008. Yes, that long ago. Were these two. That's The Idiot Proof Diet. Basically, it's the keto diet. It wasn't called that. I think it was more like the Atkins back then. I did Atkins diet a long time ago. Did really well, but there was so much scaremongering. There was no support. There were no websites. You just, you know, I just got the Atkins book. But that's what ketosis is really, isn't it? So those two, it's the Idiot Proof Diet and the cookbook. They lost 10 stone between them on a low carb, high fat diet. Again, I think they should bring these back, ladies. Bring these back. You do so well now. You know, it was unknown back then. 15 years ago, 3 years ago, just over 3 years ago, we wanted to get our mental health back up on top. We wanted to lose weight. This is my husband. And when I saw this, it all brought back memories of how well I was when I did Atkins and the Idiot Proof Diet, which was the low carb keto, but under a different name. And it was Tom Kerridge's dopamine diet. I bought this, which is from the Works. Go in the Works, they've got loads. That's where I got the Josh Axe book from. Keto Diet, Beginner's Keto Diet Cookbook. It's got all your info in there, some lovely recipes, some bakes. That is by, now, God, I can never say the woman's name, Martina Slajerova. So and I believe she's on YouTube. And then my Keto Slow Cooker book. Look at that. How gorgeous does that look? I'm sorry, but I need to eat that right now. This was from Dylan, my son's partner, and he bought me that for Christmas. He's a vegan, and I managed to give him eggs. I was doing so well. I was trying so hard, as you do, as the older mother-in-law, sort of like genes kick in, mother-in-law kicks in, and I managed to get him this time last year. Was it this time last year? Easter last year, I managed to feed him hot cross buns from the Free From, and I thought that would be vegan as well. No, it had egg in it. So I feel terrible, but I did get him olives and nuts and stuff. So that was from Dylan for Christmas. Love him. So that's the books I read. I do a lot of research online. Low Carb Down Under. They have more on the doctor's side of it, the well-being side of it, rather than the food side of it. And Dr. Tim Noakes is on there. There's a few other doctors, I can't remember their names, but the Diet Doctor. They do lots of interviews with nutritionists, really good nutritionists and doctors that know how good They're the zero electrolytes. So you've got your, I think I put this in the other one, but you might not watch that one. This is electrolytes. Where you're having just fresh food, you need to add your salt. Your body's used to having maybe fortified cereals, fortified this, fortified that. So you need to fortify yourself. After a while, you probably won't need to, but when you first do it, you might get cramps in your feet. You might get little like leg cramps or feel a bit groggy. They call it keto flu. It's nothing to worry about. You know, people, oh, I had it and I had to stop. No, it only lasts a couple of days if you get it. I've never had it. You know, I've never had keto flu. I don't know hardly anyone else that does. So I get that zero high five, and that's full of what you call electrolytes. That's all your minerals that you may be missing. You're drinking a lot more when you first do keto. You drink lots and lots. You're weeing out all your minerals, unfortunately, and you're not replacing them. So these, zero. One of those a day in a big glass of water. Another one, minerals, you might only need these. And that is your pink Himalayan salt. You can get it everywhere. Gosh, don't buy expensive stuff. Go to B&M and get a great big, either one that's already in a grinder, a great big pot, and buy your own grinder. Perfect. Good old, you know, every meal have some of this. That'll stop you from, you know, that'll replenish a lot of your salts that you're losing. I have apple cider vinegar with the mother. It's the stuff with the, it looks grotty, and it doesn't taste very nice. This is with the keto or the low carb diet. That's really good for your stomach. So if you're healing your stomach, what do I buy? Lots of people have this, whether they're on keto or not. If you've got stomach issues, this is really, really good. Again, this is from Lidl's, or don't buy expensive stuff. It doesn't matter. It all tastes the same. You know, you could be paying £4 for a really small bottle of like the posh stuff, you know, or you can just go to Lidl, Aldi, B&M and get this one for like £1.99. So in my glass, it looks minging around the top, but that's just from the vinegar and that. So in here, I've got one of those tablets, kind of pink grapefruit flavour. Be careful, have a look on the backs, check the sweeteners. I think one of them had a bit of sucrose in it, which is sugar. It might have been the citrus one. This is the pink grapefruit, it doesn't. And I put just shake this with apple cider vinegar and put a squirt in there. And it doesn't taste too bad. You get used to it. When to check that I'm in ketosis, when I first start, I will use Keto Strips. These are little strips, I'll show you one, that you wee on. Oh yes, we're always disgusting on this channel, aren't we? You see that? Okay, there's a little bit of felt. You probably can't see it. Put it on there. And if you are in ketosis, that piece of felt will pick it up in your wee because you'll breathe it out and you wee out the ketones at the beginning. And not in ketosis. In ketosis, any bit of pink means you're in ketosis. It can be really deep at the beginning. If you're dehydrated, it can go this colour. It doesn't mean that all the time. I get all different colours. I don't show up very much in the morning. My ketosis shows up more in the evening. So yes, these are about a £5 off of Amazon. Put keto sticks in and they're there the next day. After a while, let me just say, after a few months, you don't, you probably stop weeing out the ketones. Do you know what I mean? It will be more in your blood, on your breath, and you'll be burning the ketones. So you won't have as many to go. So after about a week, say after about 4 weeks, I will be in ketosis because I can feel it. I feel slightly colder. My brain works better. I have more energy. I sleep better. I don't have as much of an appetite. My brain, like I say, the brain fog just disappears. My anxiety goes very low. I don't have terrible anxiety, but when I eat lots of sugar, I definitely can feel my mood swings are there. I'm more anxious. My sleep is worse. My appetite, I want to eat constantly. Everything irritates me. I'm very irritable. It's like I've got PMS, which I do have a lot of the time. Anyway, but yeah, so that's the keto sticks. So that's it really. I showed you my diary. I'll just show you again in case you don't you don't see it. And I showed you the pyramid, and I told you, I'm going to move that avocado down there, and I'm going to chuck away that carrot, and I'm probably going to move that tomato right up there. I'm going to get rid of those blueberries. So you can see what you've got on there. You've got all your meats, fatty meats. Like I say, you don't have to add anything to lose weight. I suggest when you first do it, you do add a bit of fat. You know, if you're having a steak, put butter on it, have a creamy sauce, because you need to feel full up. You know, don't not have fat. It's very difficult to get used to adding fat because you're used to being told fat's bad. No, you don't add sugar. You take away the sugar. So there you go. You've got your eggs, your dairy, your oils, olive oil. I use olive oil. I use avocado oil. I have used the rapeseed oil, which is the cold pressed virgin rapeseed oil, which I believe seems to be okay. I didn't get any problems off it. So nuts, seeds, starchy vegetables, very few. Yeah, non-green vegetables. I wouldn't have carrots, not to start with. Stick with your greens. Stick with your greens and your salads. You know, you have half a tomato, have 3 cherry tomatoes, chop them up small. You don't have to have them. Just because it's a salad vegetable doesn't mean you have to eat them. You know, a tin of tomatoes is very high carb for someone that only has 20 grams of carbs a day. So I hope you got that. Inside, that's what you've got. Let me show you or tell you what I've eaten. So I started on Monday. My chest was 43 inches. My waist was 34.5 inches. My hips were 45 inches. Now my hips are high, so my hips and I've got a low belly. That's where I get bloated, low down. So my belly's there when I measure my hips. That was on the 21st. This morning on the 25th, my chest was 42. My waist was 33. And my hips and tummy were 41. So on my chest in 5 days, I've lost 1 inch. On my waist, I've lost 1.5 inches. On my hips and around my tummy, I've lost 4 inches. Look, there we go. 4 inches. Tape measure. Don't worry about scales. Tape measure, because the scales could even go up. You might, on keto, you might lose lots of inches and put on weight. You might lose, sorry, I'm just going to pop that there. You might lose 7 pounds first week, and then the next week you might put on a pound, and it's just so disheartening. But you've lost inches. It's a fat loss diet. It's not a weight loss diet. It's a fat loss and an inch loss diet. So I'm really pleased with that. So all in all, let me see, 1, 2.5, 4. I've lost like 6 inches all over. So it really, really works. You can see how bloated I was. You know, it's an anti-inflammatory diet. So all the inflammation is gone. All that water loss is gone. I was, you know, probably pedaling quite a lot. You'll be weeing constantly, but you get that inflammation out, get all that out. That's why you need to add your electrolytes. That's why you need pink salt, and that's why you need electrolytes. Yeah, so 1 inch off my chest, 1.5 inches off my waist, and 4 inches off my hips and tummy. 4! I can't believe that, but it's true. So, and I can tell because my tummy, where I've lost such a lot of weight, unfortunately it's very wrinkly, loose skin, and crepey. It wasn't. It was just like normal, the old stretch marks or whatever. And then this morning when I looked, I could see I was very, very crepey skin. So I've lost that layer of fat and water underneath. And, you know, that, like I said, 4 inches, and I can stand sideways. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So I didn't see anything yesterday. And then this morning I woke up, and like I say, you feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it here on my shoulders. You know, I can see a difference within just 5 days. That's how quickly getting rid of all the carbs, you know, how that works. If you don't agree with this diet, then don't do it, please. You know, if you're worried, if you want to have a high carb diet and it suits you, you do that. I'd never tell anybody how to eat, because loads of people think, you know, that this is an unhealthy diet. It's not. So that's that. So I wanted to really end by saying, if you want to try it, try it. If it interests you, carry on and I'll do more. If it doesn't interest you, maybe I won't do it. I don't know. But the fact that I've lost all those inches, especially off my tummy, 4. I can't believe it. It's gone. So, but that was after eating. Yeah, that's up. And it does work. Gosh, you can lose such a lot of weight really quickly in this diet. Right, this afternoon, I'm doing this morning because at 1 o'clock I'm having a tooth out. So I'll be talking like that, or I won't be talking at all this afternoon. That's why I'm doing it Friday morning. I don't know what the time is. Back in a mo. So there you have it. As I say, it did take a long time. So I decided to take the ending off, which was more about my HRT and my menopause, and the when I went to the doctors the other day. So let's keep it keto. So this is probably part 3 of how I lost the weight and how I keep it off. I really hope you got something out of it. I really enjoy teaching people or telling people how to do it. Obviously, I'm not a health professional at all. I don't know what but I have studied it for a good 3 years. Always look up for yourself. If you're going on anything that's completely different, please do all the research. You know, even if you need to go to your doctors and have some blood samples or whatever taken, or get some information from your doctor about it. Some are really forward now. Some are stuck back in saying, do what the NHS tell you. Well, how far has that got us doing that food pyramid? We're all a lot more unhealthy and overweight, unfortunately. So yes, please do your own research. As I say, this is for me, this is what I do, and if you're happy to learn about it, I'm happy to tell you about it. Thanks so much for watching again. I've got a few more subscribers. Hi all, I'm so pleased. My views are going up, so if people seem interested in what I've got to say about things, and I'm really happy. Look, I don't think I'm swollen. Sorry, that just looking at if I'm swollen, not too bad. I've got a very, very good dentist, very good. So yeah, please comment, like, subscribe. If you want to hear anything more about what I've spoken about, or I'm not very good at doing links yet, but I will put in any of the things, you know, I will list some of the things that I use down in the description bar. Like I say, I'm still very, very much a newbie when it comes to editing or anything. So I'm going to try and pop some photos in. I've try and find another before and after photo if I can. I'm going to say goodbye right now. Thank you so much for staying and listening to me for over half an hour. Until next time, bye bye. Thank you.